Level 1, Fryer and Big Dreams. I am standing by a hot deep fryer, earning just $12 per hour for my labor. My feet hurt terribly after 9 exhausting hours of standing on this slippery, dirty floor. Every day, I return home to a tiny rented room, measuring only 200 square usable feet. My old used car requires constant repairs, but there is absolutely no money left for anything. Cheap fast food has become my main daily diet due to a constant lack of my own spare cash. Everyone I know says that I will never rise above this level in my life. Yet, every night before bed, I carefully read books about business success and financial literacy. I save every extra dollar in my secret paper envelope under an old soft mattress. Buying a single $5 cup of coffee seems like a truly massive, reckless luxury to me right now. I carefully study how our kitchen works to understand this entire complex internal process. My coworkers constantly complain about life, but I quietly do my hard daily work. Every customer at our register receives the most sincere smile and fast, high-quality service from me. I walked 5 miles to work because my car broke down on the road again. There are only $15 left in my wallet until the next modest paycheck for this week's work. But I know that this humble challenge is merely the first step toward a great goal. Night shifts give me an extra 50 cents for every hard evening hour worked. I write down every spent cent in my small pocket notebook for strict daily tracking. Discipline stands as my only truly working tool in the fight for a brighter future. My manager is starting to notice my high speed and extreme neatness during task execution. Great American dreams always begin with small steps and very hard daily work, level completed. Before we jump into the next tier of the simulation, drop a subscribe so you never miss a new story. Thanks for being here and watching now. Let's get back to it. Level 2, Night Shift and First Savings. I was finally promoted to senior cashier with pay of $15 per hour worked. Now I work 60 hours a week to accumulate my first capital faster. A nice round sum of $5,000 appeared in my bank account for the first time in my life. I moved into a slightly larger apartment located 10 miles away from my job. My new used Honda works much better and uses fuel significantly more economically. I started setting aside 30% of every paycheck directly into my savings account. Giving up evening entertainment with friends gives me the opportunity to save substantial amounts of my valuable funds. I am looking for new additional sources of income and am starting to hustle on weekends as a private courier. Every additional shift worked brings me closer to creating my own first real company. I analyze the local fast food market and look for open niches for my future business. Fatigue is becoming my constant companion, but my main goal does not let me give up. The insight of this level is that expense control is more important than income size. I sold my old items at an online auction for an extra $350 valuable dollars. My workday starts at 5 in the morning and ends late in the evening after midnight. I am learning to plan my time properly so I can manage to read useful business literature every day. Strict self-discipline transforms my dreams into clear, measurable, and fully realistic, achievable goals. I opened my first brokerage account and bought 1 share of a reliable American company. My first investment profit was only $2, but it was an incredible success. People around me think I am crazy, but I clearly see my future wealth. The accumulated $10,000 will become a solid foundation for my next decisive financial leap. Level 3, Shift Manager and First Investments. I became the general manager of our restaurant with an annual salary of $50,000. Now a team of 25 young and energetic workers operates under my direct leadership. I optimized all internal product purchasing and reduced company waste by 15%. The owner of our establishment paid me my first solid bonus in the amount of $3,000. I started investing my free funds in an index fund with a stable annual return. Renting a new spacious 800 square foot apartment costs $1,500 every month. I bought my first high-quality business suit for conducting important meetings with partners. Learning people management opened up completely new horizons for me in the modern business world. A manager's main insight lies in the ability to properly delegate routine tasks to subordinates. I attend evening courses in entrepreneurship and modern financial analytics at a local college. My capital crossed the $50,000 mark thanks to smart and strict investing. I created a clear business plan to launch my own first mobile restaurant culinary project. The bank approved my first business development loan at a very favorable annual interest rate. The fear of failure sometimes scares me, but the desire to achieve success is much stronger than fear. I found an experienced mentor who has already built a successful chain business in the state. My mentor's advice helped me avoid many critical mistakes at the very beginning. I quit my job to devote myself entirely to my own promising business project. Leaving a stable, active salary was risky, but this step was absolutely necessary right now. My parents are proud of my achievements and always support me in all new endeavors. True uncertainty awaits me ahead, but I am fully ready for this challenge. Level 4. Own food truck. I purchased my first food truck for $40,000 at a specialized auto auction. We sell the delicious craft burgers priced at $8 per large serving. On our first day of operation, we made a net revenue of $550. I work 14 hours a day by the hot stove of my own food truck. We chose a great high-traffic location near a large office center in the very heart of downtown. The line of hungry customers stretches 50 feet during the daily lunch break. Our monthly sales hit the $15,000 mark after just 3 months. I hired 2 assistants and pay them a fair wage of $18 an hour. The food truck insight is that quality and speed build loyal, repeat customers. I use social media to promote our brand and attract new interested buyers. Our signature sauce became a real hit among local office workers and young students. I paid off my first bank loan 5 months ahead of schedule. The company's net profit allows me to consider buying a second mobile food truck now. I bought a new comfortable car for $30,000 for personal daily use. My total net worth reached the $150,000 mark today. Haters said I wouldn't make it, but the facts prove the opposite to everyone. I carefully calculate the cost of goods for every ingredient to maximize our final net profit. Business expansion requires new knowledge in systematic marketing and modern operational management. We won an award as the best mobile food truck in our hometown. This success gave me the confidence to open a full-fledged brick-and-mortar restaurant downtown. Level 5. First brick-and-mortar restaurant. I signed a lease for a 2,000 square foot commercial space right downtown. Investments in renovating and equipping the new restaurant totaled $250,000. On grand opening day, over 500 satisfied and full guests visited our place. Our establishment's average check is $25 per customer. Monthly revenue of our first brick-and-mortar restaurant crossed the $80,000 mark. I managed to create a unique atmosphere that attracts families with children and business professionals. I hired an executive chef with experience working in the best American restaurants in our state. The insight of this level lies in building a strong team that shares your core values. I no longer stand at the stove. Instead, I am fully engaged in the strategic growth of our business. Our restaurant received top ratings from leading local critics and popular authoritative bloggers. I purchased my first home, a 3,000 square foot property outside the city. The value of my new real estate is $500,000 in a wonderful, safe neighborhood. My net monthly passive income grew to $15,000 after taxes. I opened a second restaurant in a neighboring town 50 miles away from our main base. Automating all business processes allows me to effectively manage 2 locations simultaneously now. I invest a portion of the profits in tech stocks and commercial real estate across my state. My personal net worth hit the $500,000 mark this year. Success requires constant learning, so I attend the top international conferences for entrepreneurs. We developed our own franchise model for further rapid scaling across the country. I am preparing to step up to the level of a large-scale chain business across all of America. Level 6. 50-location franchise. Our restaurant chain has expanded to 50 franchise locations across 5 different U.S. states. The franchise fee to purchase our brand concept is $50,000 per location. The overall annual turnover of our entire network crossed the $15 million mark. I receive a 4% royalty fee from the monthly revenue of every open franchise location. Our corporate headquarters occupies an entire floor in a modern downtown skyscraper. Over 40 highly qualified specialists across various fields work in our management company. The insight of franchising lies in the strict standardization of every single element of your business model. I bought a Porsche sports car for $150,000 in cash. My net personal net worth exceeded the $5 million mark for the first time in my life. I moved into a luxurious 6,000 square foot mansion with its own swimming pool. We spend $500,000 a year on a national advertising campaign for our brand. Investors are offering to buy out a stake in my business at a very lucrative price today. However, I am declining the offers because I see massive potential for further independent growth. I started engaging in philanthropy, funding programs to support talented youth from low-income families. My success story made it onto the pages of a well-known American business magazine. I speak as a keynote speaker at major business forums before audiences of thousands of young entrepreneurs. Time has become my most valuable resource, so I hired a professional executive assistant. We are building our own 50,000 square foot distribution center for logistics. The chain controls product quality at every stage of the supply chain to all our restaurants. Our next big goal is covering the territory of all 50 U.S. states. Level 7, national brand. Our brand is now represented in every American state with 300 operating locations. The corporation's total annual revenue reached an impressive $100 million. Over 5,000 employees work within our system across the entire country. I fly to business meetings nationwide on my own private Gulfstream jet. The value of my plane is $10 million, which saves a significant amount of my precious time. The insight of this level lies in building a strong corporate culture and brand trust. Independent experts currently evaluate my personal net worth at $50 million. I purchased a luxurious waterfront villa in California, right on the Pacific coast. The area of my new home is 10,000 square feet with breathtaking ocean views. Major investment funds are offering us multi-million-dollar deals to expand into new international markets. We are launching our own line of frozen products for distribution in the country's largest supermarket chains. The contract with the supermarket chain brings us an additional $20 million consistently every year. I am founding my own venture capital fund to support promising tech startups by young American entrepreneurs. My investments in new technologies are starting to yield high dividends in their very first year. I receive invitations to private dinners with the most influential business figures and politicians in our country. Despite vast wealth, I remember my first steps beside the hot deep fryer. The memory of past hardships helps keep me grounded and appreciate every victory achieved. We are beginning development on our own AI-powered food delivery mobile app. Innovation is becoming the main driver for the future growth of our massive national restaurant chain today. We are preparing the corporation for the most critical milestone in its history, an initial public offering. Level 8, automation and technological leap. We fully automated our restaurant kitchens, deploying modern robots for frying and assembly. This reduced operating expenses by 30% and increased order output speed. Our mobile app has been downloaded by over 10 million users across the United States. Artificial intelligence algorithms forecast inventory demand with up to 99% accuracy. The company's annual profit rose to $50 million thanks to the rapid implementation of cutting-edge tech. Tech-level insight. Whoever owns the data always controls the future of their market. My personal net worth surged to $200 million in a short time. I purchased my own private island in the Caribbean for $25 million. It is the perfect place to unwind and recharge after grueling business months. We opened our first fully autonomous restaurant without a single human worker in the kitchen. Customers received their hot orders in under 90 seconds after a quick payment. Our technology platform became the benchmark standard for the entire fast food industry nationwide. Big tech giants from Silicon Valley are offering us innovation partnerships. I am investing $30 million in developing eco-friendly packaging for our food. Corporate social responsibility is becoming one of the main priorities of our modern business strategy. We reduced our company's carbon footprint by 50% over the past 2 years. My team consists of top executives poached from leading global corporations around the world. I pay my top executives multi-million-dollar salaries, demanding extraordinary and consistent results in return. We are ready to transform from a traditional restaurant chain into a global tech corporation. The next step will be launching an initial public offering on the New York Stock Exchange. Level 9, Public Corporation, IPO. Our corporation successfully completed its initial public offering on the iconic New York Stock Exchange. Our company ticker symbol appeared on the exchange display during the opening bell ceremony. Within the first 3 hours of trading, our stock price surged by 45%. Our company's market capitalization surpassed $5 billion on day one. I retained 51% of the voting shares to maintain full control over the company. My personal paper net worth crossed the $2.5 billion mark. Public business insight lies in the capacity to withstand tremendous pressure from shareholders. Now, every 3 months, we publicly report our financial results to Wall Street analysts. I bought an 8,000 square foot penthouse in New York City for $50 million. The view from my penthouse window overlooks all of Central Park and downtown Manhattan. We launched aggressive international expansion, opening our first locations across Europe and Asia. Our brand became a recognizable symbol of American quality and technological progress worldwide. I am listed among the wealthiest people in America according to Forbes magazine. Financial publications call my story the modern embodiment of the classic American dream today. I founded a charitable foundation with $100 million in capital to support education. Our foundation awards scholarships to thousands of talented students from low-income families nationwide. I realize that money is merely a tool for creating grand positive changes in the world. We are building the world's largest R&D center focused on the future of food technology. My goal is to make high-quality, healthy food accessible to every inhabitant of our planet. Ahead lies only one final peak level of absolute financial and personal fulfillment in life. Level 10, Billionaire and Philanthropist. Today, my personal net worth exceeds $10 billion as estimated by leading experts. I own a global corporation with branches in 60 countries worldwide and millions of customers. Our company provides jobs to over 100,000 people across our planet every single day. I am standing by the window of my office on the 80th floor of a skyscraper looking down. Right down on the street, I see that very same small diner where I once started as a cashier. Remembering those times, I feel deep gratitude for every trial along my long journey. The highest level insight. True success is measured not by money, but by the number of lives changed for the better. I gave away half of my fortune to charity as part of the International Giving Pledge Initiative. My charitable foundation builds modern hospitals, schools, and scientific laboratories around the world. I fly on my own private jet, but remain that same simple person at heart. Every week, I host personal meetings with young dreamers who want to change this world. I tell them that it is never too late to start your own path toward a big dream. Your starting point does not define your final destination. In this vast and wonderful life, hard work, self-belief, and strict discipline can overcome any obstacle along the way. I traveled the road from $12 an hour to a multi-billion-dollar fortune through my own labor. The American dream lives in everyone who is ready to fight for their better future every day. I have created a legacy that will continue to work and inspire generations of people after me. Money provides freedom, but only a grand purpose makes a person truly happy and fulfilled. Always believe in your strength, work tirelessly, and never ever settle for what you've achieved. That was my story. And now it is time to write your own incredible success story.